I have a career history in international business-to-business and trade media, 18 years. I'm really working with a variety of different market sectors to use media to help coalesce emerging technology markets largely. Media meaning various and sundry things like internet sites, newsletters, magazines, conferences, and trade shows as a way to convey information and build market and community around new technologies and new arenas of innovation. So I had a lot of experience generally with this kind of business, and I had a chance to take a little bit of a sabbatical at the beginning of 2000, spend some time with my kids. And during that time, I had the opportunity to really take a look at what some of the emerging trends were in business going forward, and became aware of the variety of market drivers that were in the works that would be pressing businesses to begin to really rethink the way they operate, as is happening today as we speak. And I really felt, as I looked around, that there wasn't a media entity that was in place at that moment that really spoke about sustainability as an opportunity for business, as opposed to something that was a responsibility or something that was a mandate. And so that's what we're in business, helping companies find that sweet spot. And it's very challenging. The term sustainability really is about the alignment of social impact, environmental impact, and economic impact. So what we're really promoting is that there's an opportunity and not necessarily a conflict in a company's pursuit of having positive environmental and social impact at the same time as being able to produce good economic results. The three panelists that we're bringing together represent a couple of different, arenas that are, I think, really important for APU students and the community in general to be aware of. First of all, John Prang, who's the head of business innovation at the San Diego Zoo, coming to talk about a new field of design called biomimicry. And biomimicry is the scientific study of naturally occurring solutions, nature's solutions, I guess, and how they might be applied to other problems that we have that we need to be solving in a way that's non-toxic and not problematic to the environment. And then Steve Zornesser at NASA is going to be present talking about how NASA is taking space-age technology and applying it to Earth to help basically with energy efficiency and resource efficiency, and Steve's driving a project to build what's being called the sustainability base, which is the most forward-looking office complex yet to be built in the U.S. And then Lynn Robinson heads up the California Department of Toxic Waste and Chemicals. And California, as you may know, is a leader in the U.S. and actually in parts of the world in some of its green chemistry initiatives, and its as well as its toxic waste reduction initiatives. It's a little bit like a light bulb going off as it happens. It's once you begin to think about really what happens to the things that you buy once you get rid of them, or what's in the things that you're consuming and putting in your household and in your kids and around you, you begin to, it's hard to turn that questioning off, and you begin to really dive deeper into that inquiry about what happens to those, what's in the things you buy and where those things go when you're done with them. And so it's definitely going to be a learning experience for all those people who have been exploring sustainability in business for a long time. The more that you look under the hood, the more you find there are questions that you don't have answers to, and more systems and processes that need to be put in place in order to get the answers to the questions. And that's true for business and also for consumers. There's a lot going on right now in the world related to eco-labeling and certifications efforts that will help consumers have better information and simpler information about what's in their products and services. The thing that really excites me is being a trigger for that light bulb going off. And I think particularly with students, it's this generation of students that are going to be recreating our world and recreating our world in a way that is sustainable and can, be respectful of the natural resources that we consume to create the things that we use. And gosh, that's really exciting, again, to be a part of that, and to think about how students at APU can become a part of creating that future that's really reflective of the kind of stewardship certainly that Christians should have. It's a pretty tremendous group of gentlemen here, and I'm very excited to bring them together. Not only are they doing just amazing work, but they're also just great people and really dynamic communicators and down to earth, and have access to just the leading edge of what's going on in important fields. So I think that it would really it's very fortunate opportunity for the students in the community to be able to get these three together. It's a terrific lineup, and I can guarantee people are going to come away being pretty jazzed up and probably a bit changed by their participation. I think, again, if there's anybody in media in the local area that hasn't been privy to seeing what's happening at NASA or seeing what's going on in the arena of biomimicry, definitely cutting-edge stuff we're talking about. So, and as I said, the thing that's really great from my standpoint is that the gentlemen who are coming are terrific Q&A, very open, able to talk about their subject areas in very simple ways that are accessible to people, and I hope that we'll have a lot of really terrific dialogue, as well as just some great information from the presenters.